Hey Sagittarius, welcome to the Jezebel Way Tarot. Today I'm going to be doing your love and separation read for the month of February. I'd like to say thank you for the 10,647 views for last half January love and separation. So I'm going to start off with an oracle card for you today. Cross watchers, come on in. Let's see if we can get Sagittarius a good read. We just reached 29,000 subscribers. Thanks you guys for all your support of the channel. I truly appreciate that. Woo. Fingers and brain don't want to work today. Bottom might be falling out of sudden, Sagittarius, but let's hope that's not the case. Okay. Please don't take what happened personally. It's not you, it's me. Okay. All right, let's buckle down and get ready for it. It's coming, whatever this is. If you're new to the channel, it's one for you, one for your partner. Their blocks, your blocks, the blocks between you. How do they feel about you and a potential final outcome? Holding on. Somebody is holding on to the offer of love and new beginning. They know that, but they're not exactly saying it, but they're trying to maneuver and change everything to make it happen. So let me show you what I mean. Please don't take what happened personally. It's you, not me. But someone is holding on, okay, to the possibility of an offer of love and new beginning, passion and love, okay? But they're not saying anything. They know that they're holding on, but they're not saying anything to you about it, or you're not saying anything to them. Instead, they're trying to change the wind, okay, of the situation. They're trying to manifest and change the outcome of the situation. So let's see about your partner. Forward movement. This came in the reverse. Both of them actually came in the reverse. So somebody's not ready to move forward with commitment, not ready to move forward with bringing a family together or building for a family, but we're going to turn that in the upright. This is your partner. There are burdens they are carrying that they're trying to lay down. So don't take it personally. It's not you, it's me. Because there are burdens present that they're trying to lay down. There is an element of rejection and heartbreak in this situation for your partner as well. So let's see what burdens they're carrying. Okay, they may have lost their job. Okay, they may have had tower moments of their own. It looks like forward planning is a no-go for them. They're waiting for money to grow. They're waiting for the right time. Now's not the right time. It looks like your partner may be undergoing a transformation. There is some deception and a new beginning for your partner. I think this is more along the lines of finances or work. And they just don't have the courage to overcome it right now. They're trying to turn this strength card in the upright. It's in the reverse here in the read. They're trying to overcome situation, financial situation, loss of work, loss of money, loss of something. And so that's preoccupying them. So let's see what's going on with you. You're confused about the relationship. You're confused about why the relationship ended or why the relationship is where it's at. There's not any communication. I think you're gathering your information, or your partner may be gathering their information through social media or some sort of spying, not malicious stalker spying, but it's because they're not being given any information that they feel like they have to go here to get information, or you feel like you've got to go there to get information about this person because there is no communication. Yeah, and it's starting to weigh on you. This stagnation, this full stop here is starting to weigh on you emotionally. So let's see what their blocks are. Oh. Okay. Sagittarius, your partner is going through a divorce, or your partner has gone through a divorce, and their child support is upside down. So there's issues with financial stability that make them shy away from this relationship because they don't feel as though they can probably provide. They may be having trouble with paying their child support, or something with money and a wife and a child, or wife and children. So that's their block, okay, is money. There's an issue with money in a previous family. So let's see what your blocks are. They feel beaten down by this situation, they just feel like they can't really have forward movement with anybody until they get balanced, till they get their finances in order, till they get it together here. They may be living hand to mouth, You feel like there's not going to be any healing in this relationship. You feel like you're enduring some karma, so you're probably aware of this situation. You feel like you're enduring karma from their previous relationship, that you're having to endure the issues with their life over here with this previous family. And you don't see an abundance in this situation. You don't, if you're looking at 18 years worth of child support and they're taking 25%, 35% of a person's income, and they're barely making ends meet, and they can't really even afford a place to live, you might be looking at 18 years of that, okay? You might have to be the majority of the breadwinner in the home as a result. So you're not seeing a future in that. You're not seeing abundance in that. You're seeing that this relationship has suffered because of previous obligations. It happens. Yeah, there's a lack of happiness in moving forward. You're even thinking at this point that you don't know if children can even be something that you guys can do over here. If that's what some of you are wanting out of this relationship, if that applies to you, you're thinking to yourself, I don't even think that we can have a family because there's so much financial mess over here with this previous family that there's no way we can bring another child into this, because where's the money going to come from? So you're kind of done with thinking that's a possibility in this situation, and there's a lot of conflict as a result. You're kind of in limbo because you and your partner are both kind of in limbo because you feel like, well, I want to move forward, but I don't think that I can move forward. And I think that's how your partner's trying to express to you. Please don't take it personally. It's not you, it's me. But I do see that there's the desire to move forward anyway. There's a lot of passion here. There's just issues with forward movement with passion, or forward movement in relationship, because, it's being blocked by this situation. So let's see, how does your partner feel about you? Whoa. I think they just kind of feel like, this is twice the cards have dumped out like that. I think they kind of feel like their world's over. It's over. Everything's a shithole. I can't do anything. It's done. That's kind of where they're at right now. Their state of mind. They're not walking away from you. They're trying to find balance. They're not walking away from you. What they're doing is considering the fact that you may not be interested in continuing this situation with them because they are not able to provide anything for you. The only thing they can give is of themselves, and it seems like emotionally they're preoccupied with this situation too. So if they're emotionally and financially preoccupied with a previous situation, that indicates that it's not in balance and it's not, this cycle hasn't closed. And they're not ready to move forward with new life, new beginnings. They're not open to it because they haven't taken care of business over here first. So this is kind of like where all of their energy is being expended is to previous relationship. They want to find balance in this situation, but they know, Sagittarius, that there's a lot of toxicity surrounding this issue because they are not moving forward. They're not dealing with it. Some things they can do nothing about, but their energy and their time and their thought process and everything is solely on this situation. So they have to close this out. They're right. They're not ready to move forward because they haven't even closed out their thought process continuously given this energy over here. So there's very little communication. They don't see a victory in this situation with you because they are not abundant. This Three of Wands is in the reverse. They are not abundant. So they just feel like this will kind of end in betrayal. This will be another broken relationship that they have to deal with because of previous circumstances, and they're ghosting you. You could be dealing with Aries. I've got a lot of fire energy. I have Leo. I have some earth signs. Cancer. Libra. There are secrets here with, you may not know everything about this situation over here, I mean, it's kind of one of those situations, and no offense, guys, but, it's kind of one of those situations where man leaves wife, and then man tells everybody wife's crazy, and she's just money hungry, and she just wants all their money, and she hates them, and blah, blah, blah. But the part they didn't tell you about is that they cheated on her. Or the part they didn't tell you about is that she was working her ass off all the time, trying to provide for this family and doing everything. And, there's two sides to a story, okay? And in some people's stories, you're the good guy. And some people's stories, you're the bad guy, okay? It just depends on their perception. So I think that everything's not being told here in this situation, okay? And it's kind of like jumping out of the frying pan into the fire. This is a person who may jump from one relationship to another to make ends meet. They may not feel like they can live on their own because they're paying child support, or they're paying alimony, or they're paying whatever off, or, whatever. So they may jump from one relationship to another just to survive, okay? So that may be something that you do need to consider here. There's a lot of anxiety going on because you feel like this person's holding back from you. You could be dealing with Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and they probably are because they're only telling you this whole thing from their perspective. But there's going to be an aha moment about this previous relationship you're going to have, Sagittarius. The main issue here is the focus needs to be redirected back on the relationship with the children, the child, not the relationship with the ex-wife or the ex-husband. And that's kind of where, the ball's getting dropped here for your partner. They need to focus on what is their relationship with their child looking like? How are they maintaining being a parent to their child, whether they're in marriage with this person or they're not? And it seems like to me, a lot of this energy focuses on their relationship with the ex instead of their relationship with the child. So the aha moment comes in And you are sitting there thinking, okay, what's their relationship with their children? That's what should be the focus for him, her, and me. What is the focus of the relationship with the children? You know, are they doing everything they can to provide for their children? That's an admirable thing. It's okay to help somebody when that's the case, right? But if they're just fucking off and trying to live in this fantasy world about how they got done wrong, you know, then they kind of need to put that in perspective and get the hell over it. You know what I mean? The shit went down the way it did. It's time to focus on the kids. And if you two can't get along or you got a bunch of bullshit going on, it's time to put the lid down on that and focus on what's the relationship moving forward with the children. However, Sagittarius, you can't do that for this person. They've got to figure that out for themselves, okay? But some people like to wallow in their own misery, okay? And misery enjoys company. And they never vibrate up out of that. They just want to wallow in what they feel like's been done wrong to them. And you can't win with a person like that because no matter what you do, you could be scrubbing floors 20 hours a day to try to help this motherfucker pay his child support, okay? Point of the matter is, they will never be satisfied and happy. Never. And if you start telling them, look, you got to stand on your own 2 feet. Or you need to put things in perspective. You need to quit wallowing in your own shit. You're going to be the bad guy too, because that's not what they want to hear. Okay? See? That's not what they want to hear. So you have to have some clarity here in moving forward in understanding, okay, now what's the relationship with the child? That should be the focus, not all this other business. And if they don't have a good relationship with their child, you need to ask yourself why that is. What are some patterns here that contribute to that? So there's going to be a nasty conversation you're going to have, okay, about, okay, where's the child in all of this? What's best for the child? What are you two even thinking about, you know, what's best for the child? And when you're in that kind of situation and you putting yourself in somebody else's business like that, you know, you have to expect to lose because chances are the two of these jokers have turned on you in 5 seconds. So you just better keep that in mind. When you try to repair, you try to help somebody see how they can repair something. They don't want to repair it. They just want to continue battling each other or whatever your situation is. You know, this can apply to other things too. You're going to be the bad guy. You're going to be the one causing trouble. You're going to be the one standing in the middle of their happiness with their children, whatever the situation. So you need to distance yourself from this and maybe say to him, hey, you know what? Maybe the focus should be on the child. You know, how's that going? How's your relationship with your child? And then leave it alone and walk away from it. That conversation about that child is maybe a little bit not nice, okay? They're not going to have nice reaction to you. There's going to be a lot of defensiveness. And you're going to be left like, what the hell? What the hell? I was only trying to help. What the hell? Why am I the bad guy now? Okay, because this person has a tendency to project and throw their crap on other people instead of taking responsibility. And this person probably does too, that they were hooked up to. So there's children here. Children, problems with children. There's illusions about happy family that you have to overcome. Okay, because this is not a happy family. And you have to kind of put it in perspective about what you want moving forward for your children. Okay, if you're a person that wants to have children moving forward, maybe this situation isn't for you. If you're living in an illusion that you guys can blend your family together and it's all going to be happy and wonderful and look like, you know, a Pottery Barn book, it may not be the case. Okay, this is going to take a lot of work. And this is going to take a lot of work on the part of this party to understand their responsibilities for helping create this situation, because it takes two to tango, right? I mean, these people didn't get here by themselves. So the focus is not on the children. The focus is on them still hating each other and being mad at each other because the relationship ended or whatever happened, whatever they did to each other. So you're going to have to come out of some illusionary thought processes and figure out, what do you want moving forward? Do you want peace? Do you want happiness? You know, do you think this person has the potential to kind of overcome this situation? Are they going to put the focus back on the relationship with the child? You know, you have to kind of decide for yourself if that's a possibility. But I see you being trapped in third party situation. Now, just because they're not having sex with each other, hopefully, doesn't mean you're not in a third party situation, because there are three people in this relationship, because this person over here won't draw the line. Okay? They won't draw the line between ex-wife and new partner. You're going to constantly be trapped in this circle jerk with those two getting it, fighting at visitation drop-offs and pickups, or where's the child support, or Sally needs braces. You know, those are things that go on when you're divorced and you have children, but, you know, people make it successful. There are a lot of people out there who make that a successful thing. And they learn to co-parent and they learn to communicate about the child and not about the relationship. So you're going to be constantly trapped in third-party situation with this relationship because these two have not figured out how to cope. And I think your wish fulfillment is to make it come to a close and gain your balance back. You may be dealing with Libra again. We've got Scorpio and Aries. You want to make this come to a close. I think you want to regain your own balance. I think you're going to apologize and you're going to say, it's you saying, Sagittarius, don't take it personally. It's me, not you. This is what you're bringing your partner. I can't be involved in this toxicity. This isn't good for you. It's not good for the mother. It's not good for the child. And I want a family of my own. I want my own life. I don't want to be reliving, you know, vicariously through your first marriage or whatever the situation is, right? I want a life of my own with you. I'm not interested in what you had with this person. Am I interested in helping you with your child moving forward and accepting that role and being the best step parent or whatever you want to call it I can be? Absolutely. But I want my own life. I don't want to live your life over and over and over every day with this person. So you're going to be saying to them, I'm sorry, I can't do this because there's still some stuff y'all need to iron out and I'm not going to participate. And you're not going to be very sad with it. You're going to have to let it go. There's going to be a loss, Sagittarius. But I think once you have this conversation, you're going to feel a lot better about laying some boundaries down. You've been juggling having this conversation. But I think once you lay some boundaries down, you can move on toward new love coming your way. This may be a person that you meet at work. But definitely there's an offer. This person may be your long-term committed partner. And here we go. A queen. We've got a knight bringing a queen a cup of love. Hard at work on this situation. He finds you very romantic. He finds you very physically attractive. He could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Doesn't have to be. But that situation you're going to be nurtured in. You're going to be nurtured in this situation. You're going to be able to move forward and put in the work in this situation. This one's set in stone until your partner decides to, you know, put things in perspective and create some boundaries of their own. So that's what I have for you for that. But let's get some oracle cards on it and see what they have to say. You know, I don't know if they're newly divorced, you know. Part of the problem could be that they're newly divorced. And sometimes it takes a few years for shit to die down. If they've been divorced for 10 years and they're still doing this crap, then, you know, maybe you should think about the length of the divorce, right? How long have they been divorced? And where should they really be realistically in time now after that length of time? You know, if they've been divorced for 10 years and they're still fighting over visitation, that's a no-win situation, Sagittarius. You're going to have to say no thanks, you know? If it's been 6 months or whatever, you know, that's understandable, you know, but 10 years or so, whatever, however long, even 2-3 years, okay? That's too long for that stuff to still be going on, right? So that the time frame of the divorce is something that you might have to take into consideration and put in perspective along with this chaos that's going on. But once you say goodbye to this situation, you have new love coming into you right around the corner, okay? Someone who is eligible to offer you something. Someone who is emotionally available. Somebody who is available to offer you nurturing, okay? Balance spirituality and practicality. I can't read this week. Balance spirituality and practicality. Full moon in Pisces. Well, we have a new moon in Pisces coming up at the end of the month. So I think, spirituality and practicality, I think that's probably about when you're going to have this conversation if you haven't already had it. And for others of you, this may be about the time that you meet this new person that's coming into your life. You see these two fish having communication. Nothing will come of this situation because these people aren't ready to have a transformation yet. They're still holding on and dragging each other, right? So it's time for you to understand which way you need to move forward for your own happiness. Live your own story, not to continue to live their story. Have faith in your dreams. I think it's okay to take that leap of faith and tell that person, you know what? I love you and I would do anything in the world for you. And I'd really love to move forward with you in a relationship. But guess what? You're not in a relationship with me. You're in a relationship with the ex still. You're not even in a relationship with your child. You're in a relationship with them still. That's going to be hard to say. And it's going to be hard for the person to swallow. But it's got to be done. It's got to be done for you to move forward toward your own happiness. The answers you need are coming. Okay, again, communication. There may be communication coming your way, or you might have a light bulb moment, when you say, oh, you have a moment of clarity by having listened to a conversation between them or seeing how another divorced group of parents deals with those kind of things. And see how that's a lot of lack in this situation. There may be an aha moment coming for you pretty soon that kind of puts things in perspective. I don't know why this one was so specific, okay? But somebody out there must have needed to hear it. I mean, you can't make somebody get on the ground with things. They've got to learn on their own. I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. Your own consciousness, okay? Your own happy path, your own life. Got to be willing to do whatever it takes to make your own self happy. And sometimes that means letting go of people and places and things. Instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good of all. This is a beautiful card. Instead of praying for an outcome, instead of saying, please, universe, just make him see, or just make her see, or just blah, blah, blah. Because you want that benefit of self, right? You want that benefit of ego. You need to say, I pray for the highest good of this situation. Whatever is the highest good of this situation, even if it doesn't involve me, that's what I want. Because clearly that situation needs some big time healing. Okay, so that helps free you up and change your perspective, Sagittarius, okay? And not take it personally. And also that's where you start gaining your comfort level about the situation. That's when you start getting your forgiveness of self. That's when you start gaining your closure. When you separate your ego and your personal feelings, and you pray for the highest good of all, you are free. Love who you are, Sagittarius. You are a divine and wonderful person deserving of all the wonderful things that life has to offer. Your abundance is returning. because you have excused yourself and you have let that expectation go about this situation involving you. Your abundance is returning. Be in the present and dream of the future. When we dream, anything is possible. So, sometimes we fall in love with people's potential, right? We don't fall in love with who they are right now. Okay. So you got to be in love with the situation as it is right now. Okay. Are you? No, I don't think so. So this is talking about going forward in your own foundation. Once you excuse yourself and you let go of the expectation, your abundance returns, your stability returns, and your new lover comes. This is the person that you're going to have be a life partner with. This is the person that you're going to have your boom connection with. You're not going to have to beg and plead for, some attention to come your way because this other person's so wrapped up in their own crap. The union of hearts, there is a connection of love that defies explanation. Well, yeah, because you chose yourself, you chose love of the situation, but you chose to move forward, okay, and let go of something that may not have been meant for you. Your soulmate is on the way. Your abundance is returning, but you've got to let go of what is the situation right now. You got to let go. So Sagittarius, this has kind of been a long one for you, so sorry. I probably will not be back for second half this month. I'm inundated and behind on reads, and I'm just not going to have time. So if I'm not back, I'll see you guys in March. Happy Valentine's Day.